Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jody Patterson with Oasis Solutions. We're going to give it about 30 more seconds for everyone to pop in here, and then we're going to get started. Wow, look at the attendees rolling in. So exciting. All right, 10 more seconds. Okay, great. Welcome again. This is Jody Patterson, Director of Client Development for Oasis Solutions. In case you haven't heard me say that multiple times today on earlier sessions, I'd like to welcome Ray Scarborough, who is going to be doing our presentation of 360-degree AP automation. Ray is with the developer of Sage AP Automation, and he will introduce the product and himself here shortly. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm turning it over to you, Ray. Take it away.
All right, thanks, Jody. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. Happy Friday the 13th. My name is Ray Scarborough. I'm the Channel Sales Manager at Quadient. Quadient's the parent company for both Beamworks and YayPay. And Beamworks is the publisher of Sage AP Automation. So I'm going to turn off my video now, and we'll go through the presentation from here. Today's agenda, I will do a short PowerPoint presentation about the top challenges for AP departments and share some interesting stats from recent industry reports. We will talk about these challenges as it relates to all four workflows in AP and explain how Sage AP Automation can improve your AP processes. So what are the top challenges for AP teams? We pulled stats from several recent industry reports to show some of the top challenges in accounts payable. 70% of AP professionals say manual processes and inefficient tasks are their top challenge. Manual processes are by far the biggest challenge that we see across AP teams. Another stat, 99% of CFOs struggle to accurately forecast spend past 30 days. This is because of all the different inputs into accounts payable, all of the manual processes, and no visibility to any of these AP processes. And then 82% of AP departments experience some form of expense abuse or fraud. Sage AP Automation helps guard against fraud and includes an expense module to streamline the expense management process. So Sage AP Automation solves these top challenges, allowing companies can automate their data entry and approval workflows to save staff time and simplify AP processes. Companies can have an easy access to real-time data to ensure accuracy, visibility, and control across all AP processes. And companies can significantly reduce the risk of fraud and abuse by setting up automated approval channels. So let's look at the different workflows within AP. There are four processes that make up the AP workflows: purchase orders, invoices, payments, and employee expenses. There are many different touch points within each of these workflows that are still done manually by most companies today. When you take all these processes into account, you're dealing with a large amount of data coming in different formats and from multiple sources. So this information has to be securely received, accurately interpreted, and then entered into your financial system correctly. Manually processing AP adds a lot of time, cost, and risk to your business. Paper-based processes are impossible to track. Often companies have multiple disparate systems that aren't integrated. So typically there's no visibility to AP workflows and approvals across multiple systems or processes. So a lot of challenges across these four different workflows within AP. The biggest problem with manual and paper-based AP is that it leads to inefficient processes. It takes up to 20 days on average to process an invoice. And I've seen instances where it's more like 30 or 40 days, which leads to additional problems. The AP staff wastes a lot of time and energy manually tracking approvals. This inefficiency is very costly and leads to lost invoices, errors, risk of fraud, delays, etc. One of the huge benefits of Sage AP Automation is it will automate the workflow process across all 4 workflows. So to stress a really key point, to solve the top challenges in AP, finance teams need to address every workflow from requisitions to payments. So let's drill down further on some of these AP workflows. And let's start with the purchase order process. One study showed that 44% of companies said their #1 challenge is not having a formal requisition process. Even some of the most advanced companies are still using Excel and Word to track purchases. With AP automation, you can reduce spreadsheets and duplicate data entry by creating purchase requisitions and automating the approval process in one place. The purchase order module in Sage AP Automation is optional. If you want to use purchase orders, you have the option to either create POs in your Sage ERP and import them into Sage AP Automation, or you can create and manage POs within Sage AP Automation. Using the purchase order module in Sage AP Automation will enable you to automatically match your POs to invoices. This replaces stapling pages together and a lot of duplicate entry. You can easily track and see your committed spend. You can create a requisition process that allows you to control your budget. You can set and manage spending limits by department, project, vendor, or manager. You can easily create custom approval channels for POs, whether they are created within Sage AP Automation or imported from your Sage ERP system. So this customer quote explains it perfectly. Before automation, there was no way for us to see if the purchase orders had received the proper level of review and approval. We had to document that through emails. There was a lot of back and forth. It wasn't ideal. Beamworks removes any risk of committing to a transaction without a proper level of approval. Everything is in one place and it's easy to use. So that speaks very well to what we can do on the purchase order side. So now let's look at the invoice process. Beamworks conducted its own survey by interviewing AP professionals to see how they spend their time. Over half of their time is spent on data entry, which is amazing. Another 19% of their time is spent on manually tracking approvals, and 21% of their time is spent on filing paper documents. So simply put, AP professionals are spending too much time manually handling tasks that can be automated, freeing up their time to handle more important customer and business issues. Let's look at the labor cost for one AP clerk. If you just consider labor cost alone, look at this example. One AP clerk making $20 an hour. They can process 300 to 400 invoices a month. This would cost your business about $9 to $12 per invoice. A market research firm, Level Research, says AP automation can reduce costs by 60 to 80%, making the average cost of processing an invoice only $3 or less. So significant savings there. This AP clerk could be spending their time on more valuable work and more critical customer work rather than data entry. Freeing up this AP clerk from tedious data entry can enable you to grow your business without adding AP headcount. We also have an ROI calculator tool on our website at beamworks.com, or you can get that through your partner Oasis that helps you calculate your ROI from AP automation. So take a look at that if you're interested. The invoice module is the core of the Sage AP automation solution. Sage AP automation can reduce manual data entry by 83%. A dedicated AP email inbox makes it easy to receive vendor invoices and send them directly into auto capture for much quicker coding and line item capture, saving staff time and simultaneously eliminating the need for filing cabinets. And by automating the invoice approval workflow, Sage AP automation will reduce staff time on approval follow-ups by 95%. By automating the invoice process, all documents are stored electronically, making it easy to find and view documents while eliminating the need for filing cabinets. This is what Dean Olafson, Director of Finance at Radisson Blue Minneapolis Downtown Hotel, had to say. It is very easy to access and upload invoices into Sage AP automation from anywhere. This has been critical while people are working remotely. We haven't experienced the delays that we would have without the platform. And by the way, we have a full case study on the Radisson Hotel that explains in detail everything they did by implementing Sage AP automation and the benefits they saw. So I encourage you to look at that white paper that we have online, and you can get it through Oasis as well. And then there's the payments process. So let's look at that. 50% of companies still use physical checks as the primary mode of payment. 46% of companies were unable to make remote payments during the recent COVID pandemic. And 21% of AP professionals' time is spent manually processing payments. So think about that. Everyone has simplified their personal checking and bill paying by using online banking. Businesses can do the same and see huge benefits. And it's easy to include a payments workflow and automate the payment process as well. The payments module in Sage AP automation is also optional. You can release payments via check, convenient e-checks, fast and cost-effective ACH or EFT, or virtual credit cards that allow you to earn up to 1.1% cash back on payments. Sage AP automation will auto match payments to invoices. Sage AP automation has a two-way sync with your ERP, so you can verify which invoices have been paid. You can set up a reliable and transparent approval process for vendor payments and easily look up the status of payments at any time. You can submit your payments batch to signing authorities in seconds, and they can easily see matching documents, including invoice, purchase order, and backup documents. And you never have to print another check. 92% of the time spent managing payments can be eliminated. For this reason, the payments module is becoming a key requirement for nearly every company that we speak to today. Let me give you some background before I read this quote. Prior to Sage AP automation, Science World was managing their AP entirely on paper. Their CFO was always surrounded by a growing stack of invoices and checks to approve, more than 250 every week. When the pandemic hit, they found they couldn't rely on paper as more and more of their vendors were asking for electronic payment. So as Douglas Chow says here, with Sage AP automation making payments is much easier. It's very rare that an electronic payment gets lost. With checks, there's always risk of them getting lost in the mail or delayed during a crisis like COVID. And then finally, the expense reimbursement process. One survey found that 47% of employees find expense submissions too time consuming. The second top complaint, 38% of employees said it takes too long to receive reimbursements. And then interestingly, 18% believe their coworkers submit non-work related expenses. So that was an interesting stat there, I thought. Frankly, I'm surprised that 47 and 38 aren't a lot higher. Think about taking a business trip and keeping up with receipts for airline, hotel, meals, transportation, and other expenses. You have to keep up with all the receipts, note the reason for the expense, and then fill out an expense report and submit it. Then your AP team must review, code, and process the expense report. The expense module in Sage AP automation makes it very easy to process employee expenses. Rather than have your employees scribble on the receipt and then hand it over to the AP team for coding, we've created category GL mapping. You can set up customized expense receipt categories that map to your GL codes, so coding is automatically completed in the background. You simply use your mobile phone to easily snap photos of receipts, code them, and tag them to reports. Employees can select the category that describes the expense. The system maps it to the proper account, and finance doesn't need to enter it a second time. You can even set different GLs for the same categories by department. And the expense module enables you to create robust approval channels to ensure compliance with expense policies. Some background on this customer. This company had a paper-based expenses process, and it became even more complicated during the pandemic. With limited access to the office and part of the staff working from home, submitting expense claims became very challenging. So Creamers says, when we started using Sage AP Automation's expense module, we just said, aha, there's a way to solve that problem. Reconciling expenses now takes only 30 seconds. So to summarize, Sage AP Automation integrates with your Sage ERP to offer a complete AP solution for all 4 AP workflows. You achieve complete control and a 360-degree view of your AP process with all AP workflows in one centralized, secure system. And Sage AP Automation is modular, so you can deploy each module as needed. So the benefits of Sage AP Automation are huge. You can eliminate manual data entry by capturing data electronically. You can create a formal requisition or PO process. You can automatically match POs to invoices. There's a full audit trail on each invoice. You can set up separate approval channels and approval workflows for each module. You can simplify the payment process and never cut another check. And actually, there's several more benefits. There were just too many to list on one slide. So there's more of that depending on your requirements. So before I jump into the Q&A as we wrap up, if you would like to see a customized demo of Sage AP Automation, you can just go to this URL you see on the screen and sign up, or you can simply contact Oasis and they'll coordinate with us and you for a demo. After you've attended the demo, we'll send you a $50 Amazon gift card just for attending the demo. There are some terms and conditions that apply, and you'll see that on the sign-up form when you sign up. And so now to wrap up the presentation, we're going to do a quick poll that I think Jody will help us with.
Yeah, Falana's launching the poll right now. If everyone will take just a moment to answer that, we're going to get into the questions here in just a moment. And the reason that we're taking this poll is to determine, which of these areas is really most important and of most concern for our clients today, so that we can focus our efforts and our solutions on the ones that get that have the most need. So looks like we are almost getting to the poll results. Give it 5 more seconds, and then Falana, if you can end that, or should we? Do we have the majority responded?
Sure. Okay, and here I'll share.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so it looks like, wow, payments is higher than I thought it was going to be. I really expected invoices and employee expenses to be the winners there, but it looks like payments is a concern. So let's go ahead and jump into the questions. First question, Ray, is how long does implementation take? That was the same question we had last time. It sounds like we've definitely got some interest in putting these solutions into place. So can you describe an implementation process for Sage AP Automation?
Yeah, so implementation is very easy. It takes about 2 weeks, but really that 2 weeks is at the customer's or dependent on the customer's availability and time. It really takes, we schedule 4 different meetings. Each meeting is about 2 hours, and they're spread out over that 2-week period. But we start with the implementation and setup in meeting number 1. Then we do the workflow setup and then training, and we do that across 4 meetings that typically take about 2 weeks.
Great, thank you. And I'll add to that one of the differentiators for between Sage AP Automation and other AP automation solutions where we're talking about our Sage 100 customers is that it is the one with a native integration to Sage 100. And that's what makes that implementation so quick and easy to do. There's already a pre-built connector tying the systems together. It installs very quickly. Literally, that installation meeting only takes about 45 minutes to an hour at the most. We install it, connect it, test it, and then we start into the training on the very next session. So it goes really quickly. Next question, Ray, is what type of support is included with Sage AP Automation?
Yeah, so we have a team that's headquartered in Vancouver, which is the Beamworks corporate office. There's over 100 employees now in the office, and we have a huge support team. So we've got full support that comes with the product, you know, and the ability to support our customers. So we've got a huge team out of Vancouver that's available anytime you need them.
Okay, great. I don't see any other questions, so let's go ahead and spin the wheel. If you have any other questions, please pop them into the window, and we'll take care of those after we spin the wheel. But yeah, let's go spin the wheel, Falana.
Okay, 1 second. Let me share my screen here. Get this wheel
Good luck,
going.
everyone.
Yes, for our last $25 gift card of the day, we start spinning and remind you if you attended all our sessions today, you'll be entered to win a $100 Amazon gift card that I will be spinning for after I tally up everyone who attended. Congratulations to Lori K. Congratulations, Lori.
And Lori, can you pop in and tell us where you're from?
I think she might be from Twin Cities and Western RR, which I think is Railroad probably. So congratulations, Lori. I will get that to you.
Congratulations. And it doesn't look like that we've entered any other questions. So thank you so much for attending our Sage user sessions today. Thanks, Ray, for the wonderful presentation. As with the other sessions, if you do have any questions about Sage AP Automation or what we've presented today, feel free to reach out to me directly, and I can get you connected with a Sage AP Automation representative for a discussion, a call, a personalized demonstration of the solutions. So everyone, good luck in that final drawing that Falana is going to do offline, and we'll speak again soon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day.